First of all, I want to get your opinion on the Mimi and Nico sex tape.
It was a lot of talk about it on Instagram, and a lot of people were posting pictures about Mimi and her sex tape. So at first, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even interested. And then I was clicking on different people's pages, and I just kept seeing it, and they had like little video clips. And I'm like, what are they talking about with this shower curtain thing? Because at first, like, they kept saying like, oh, they're sold out of shower rods and all this stuff. I'm like, what are they talking about? So I finally clicked on somebody's page and saw like a little video of Mimi getting it in. And I was actually drawn in, and it was sexy to me. I thought, I mean, it wasn't like I saw the full length video or whatever, but just from the little clip that I saw on Instagram, I thought she looked good, and I was drawn in, and, I guess I would say turned on. So I think it was a good business move, because now, right after that, when you see the advertisements for the reality show, she's like I seen like a lot of advertisement based around her. So I'm all for people keeping their name out there and keeping the ball rolling and doing stuff. So I think I'm sure it was a calculated step. I'm sure it wasn't just some random sex tape that someone came up on, and you could totally tell from the angles that was used that it was professionally shot. Even though I didn't see the full video, my partner did, and I overheard him talking to someone, and he was like, oh no, that was a real scene. So I'm happy for her. She looked good, and all power to her. But I do need to see the full length video.
Have you ever tried something with a shower rod, like Mimi?
Hell no. I don't think that'll work for me at all. I don't know. I don't even see how she didn't fall. But maybe she was just holding on to it, and he was holding her up mostly or something. I don't know.
I interviewed him, and I believe I was told the interview that we did was actually be on the show this season. But he said that the trick was that, yeah, he held her up.
Exactly. She definitely couldn't have put her whole weight on it. So I can imagine he's strong. Takes a lot of energy to do all of that. Trust me, I know. I've never tried to pick nobody up, like when I be slanging the girls, but it just take a lot of work, period. So to do all that, stay hard, fuck her good, and hold her up, that's crazy.
Do you, based on what you've seen, do you think that Nico has a future in porn?
The clips that I saw was all like focused on her, and it was pretty quick. That's why I said I need to see the full length video to see what he's working with. Because I was like just looking at her for the most part. I wasn't even paying attention to him, and then I didn't get to see everything. So I would have to see the full video. Like, did they actually show penetration?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's good.
There's a few different few different scenes. There's like a bedroom scene, and then the shower scene, and there's a few different angles and stuff like that.
That's pretty tight.
As someone who went from like stripping at a club in San Francisco to doing porn movies, what advice can you give to Mimi, to kind of deal with the initial impact of suddenly having sex on camera for the world to see?
I'm sure she put a lot of thought into it before she did it. Honestly, I don't think it's too much of a big deal. She's already on a reality show with her business out there, and I know that I've seen different interviews and clips of her on the internet early on, where she was mad about how people was getting at her on the internet and talking trash. And I haven't seen all of the reality show, but I know that I've seen a lot of her, taking charge and growing and standing on her own. And showing that you can bounce back from unhappy relationship or whatever with someone. So I don't know. Like I said, I think it was a calculated step what she did for business. And I mean, as long as you're comfortable with yourself and you're not worried about what other people's thinking, and I'm sure she already went through all that initial, backlash and people bashing you on the internet. Anytime you're in the public eye, people just feel like they have the right to say whatever. And, but I know with her traveling and meeting her fans, just like me, I'm sure it's all love. People hide behind their computers and say tons of crap, but you can't really pay attention to that because that's not real, So I'm sure she's getting love everywhere she goes, and I'm sure she's comfortable with the decision she made. But, whether it's her or anyone else, I always tell people, make sure it's something you definitely want to do, because even if she never ever does a scene again with anyone, there's footage of her out there, doing explicit stuff. So that's just something that you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life. And, maybe your kids later on ask about it, or, be questioned about it in school, who knows. But it's just so much on the internet right now, and so much being made, and, it's so many ways that people can reinvent themselves that, it's all about the promotion and your publicist and doing new things. And I mean, not to say that people will forget about it, but look at Kim Kardashian. She's came so far, and it's not like people forgot where she started from, but at the same time, she's done so much and continues to thrive that it's to the point where nowadays it's like, does it even really matter how you got on? Does it really matter, what you've done? And especially if you're open about it and didn't deny it and you own it. It's all about owning what you do and doing something with it, and, living a positive, happy life. So I don't think she got nothing to worry about.
One of the things that were brought up was that she has I believe, a 4-year-old daughter. What do you think is going to be the impact of her daughter when she's old enough to hear about her mom's sex tape from her friends?
I mean, I can't say. Like, I don't have any children of my own, but I have siblings. And it's been times where, they told me stories about being around people talking about me that didn't even know that they were my sisters and brothers, and them hearing conversations of people, being fans or talking, or sometimes we'll be out in public and, one of my fans might ask for a picture or something, and I'll be like, no, I'm with my family right now. But it's never nothing disrespectful. Like, I don't have any kids of my own, like I said, but I know just my siblings, telling me about it or whatever, and it sometimes make them uncomfortable. But I noticed that, when I started doing music and, and just my fans, being so excited and respectful about me, we never really talk about the sex part or whatever. Like, we talk more so about my music, or, it's they don't really talk about it too much, but I know it's been times where they've been uncomfortable or something, but I don't know. I mean, eventually, hopefully, if I get married, I will have kids one day, and, that is something I will have to deal with in the future. But I mean, it's life, it's way worse stuff going on. Like, and then people make such a big deal about sex on film when honestly, it's the right way to do things and the wrong way, and everything's not for everyone. Everyone is not meant to be a porn star. Everyone shouldn't do it. I meet a lot of girls who I feel and tell them, like, I don't think this would be a good look for you. I'm not sure if you have the potential to be a star. And this is something that you can't take back. So, unless you're 100% sure and lived your life and, 25 and older, really kind of matured and whatever. But I don't know. I just think people make a big deal about it when it's nothing that's done that everyone else doesn't do. It's just a visual where you see the person doing it as entertainment, you know, or business. And but I don't know. It's just people gonna always have something to say, because if she didn't do the porno, then it could be, oh, you was on a reality show and your mom did this or she did this or said this, or it's gonna be always something that somebody gonna try to pull out from your past or throw in your face. Or but I mean, good parenting is good parenting. What you do as an adult, you know, sometimes, you know, you might not want to do certain things because you have kids, but it's all about survival out here. People want to be rich. People want to be filthy rich, you know. People want to have longevity and have money on top of money, and so she can establish more than establish for her daughter's daughter's daughter. You know what I mean? So I just think that everybody just trying to live, you know, and get it whichever way they have the opportunity and feel fit for them.